Yo, what's good, y'all? I just want to apologize to Atheist. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I just want to say that when it comes to this world, you get a lot of things wrong. A lot of people in the comments were saying that atheism is not just like believing the universe came out of nothing. It's a lack of belief in a God. That's atheism, lack of belief in a God. I mean, I now understand that. I'm gonna be honest, like, I could care less what y'all think, to be honest. Regardless, you guys commit the biggest sin, which is not even believing in a God, right? You know what the best feeling in the world is? The best feeling in the world is when you're able to experience things. Experience a fresh Pepsi, first time. Don't get me wrong, it's horrible for you. Take for water, for example. Not as good, but still good. What we all are all Pepsi. We are all Pepsi. Atheist, I want you to hear me on this analogy, this hypothetical I'm making. We are all Pepsi. We look around and say, that Pepsi is good. Oh, that Pepsi is good. That Pepsi doesn't really need water. That Pepsi doesn't really need water. Right? And we all claim that we don't need water. A lot of people claim that we don't need water. We already taste really good. We already are healthy. We are healthy. We are good. We taste good. Therefore, we're healthy. But there was one man in history that was good and healthy. And that man told all of us that we should be more like him, and that we aren't born good. We aren't born great. And the people killed him for that. Now, how does this make him God? Or why should we believe in a God in the first place? Right. First of all, I'd like to apologize to all atheists. I think atheism is beautiful in the way that they just want to live their own life. They just want to have the greatest life they think they can get, and like just experience things and just feel like a rush of like greatness within this life. And they're not really bound to a deity, so they don't need to follow any rules, and they could just live life according to how they see fit. And there's kind of beauty in that. There's beauty in not having a control on you. Think about it. No control, no, obviously there's consequences. But when you don't believe in a God, it's easier for you to do things that could harm others because you're thinking a lot about yourself. When you have a lack of belief in a God, you have to believe in something that's real. You know that 100% you are real. So who are you gonna 100% trust and believe the most? Yourself. And I think people could live great lives even without the belief in God, and be great people without belief in a God. But here's the problem. That's why I don't bash atheists, or that's why I'm apologizing to y'all. Because at the end of the day, I'm apologizing to everybody, including people that are executing my kind, the Christian kind. We're being executed. I'm trying not to talk about modern stuff because I want people to watch this, like rewatch this over again, and not having to be out of date right now. But I have to talk about it because it really pissed me off more than anything in the world right now. Right now, Nigerians are being murdered because of their Christian belief. They're being murdered right now. As an atheist, I don't know what atheists believe about murder. When I was atheist/agnostic, I kind of just think it was bad just because it was bad. I didn't really question it. You know, we never get the feeling to murder. You know, we don't really get the feeling to murder. You know, it's very rare. It's because some do, some atheists do, or some people in general do. But like to get the feeling to we get the feeling to lust, to cheat, to be angry. Sometimes that anger turns into harmfulness, and harmfulness turns into murder. You know, but sometimes atheists, they're very, what's the word? They look at things in more of a psychological level, and sometimes that allows them to be the person that they want to be. You know, everybody wants to be confident, good looking, talk well, not be emotional without religion. And I grant that. I grant the atheist that. And I think a lot of atheists, I think the richest people right now are atheists. You know, yeah, richest people right now are atheists. You know, there is some exceptions, but they're very secular. It's like, you could be like, it's like, there's no rich person right now that's 100% Christian as well. You know, there is some exceptions, but they're extremely rare. Like, for example, Kai Cenat, I wouldn't call him a Christian. I would call him a secular Christian. Or not lukewarm. Because I think he does genuinely believe in God. And that's up for debate, but he's a secular Christian, whether you like it or not. Lukewarm, I don't know, but he's a secular Christian, you know. A lot of these consecrators, these secular consecrators like Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, trying to think, FaZe, I'm Dante, they're all secular consecrators, and they live for the secular realm. And as an atheist, you could enjoy atheism. You could enjoy everything. That's what I love about atheists. You could literally enjoy everything and not be bound or feel guilt, you know. But sometimes I don't know how atheists just don't feel guilt for certain things. That's the problem, because I feel like the guilt of the sins you commit weighs on you. That's why you gotta pray people's hands into the devil, because sometimes it's not the light. You're not. People are like, oh, God never does anything to me. God never does anything to me. Gang, we are not in heaven. This realm may be created by God, but that doesn't mean God is of this world. He's of heavenly things, right? His presence is everywhere. Don't get me wrong. But you know whose presence is here, not in heaven? The devil. People are like, oh, you always blame the devil. Don't take accountability. That's not the Christian belief. The Christian belief is that, or the true Christian belief. Some Christians do believe that. The Christian belief is that you take accountability for your own actions, and that, like, at the end of the day, devil's real, but you're the one that listens to him. So it's still your fault. I shouldn't have listened to the devil. No, you should have been stupid. Oh my gosh, bro, I listened to the wrong side of me. No, you're in control. You chose to do the devil's bidding. The devil doesn't persuade people. The devil isn't someone that, like, controls people's minds or whispers in the ear. No, that's not the devil. The devil is when you act like a victim. I don't know if I explained that correctly. So you could take accountability. You know, it's when you don't take accountability. That is when that right there is when you're playing in the devil's hand. I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's about hit 10 minutes and I don't want to make this that long of a video. But yeah, atheists, I love y'all in the sense that you guys are able to not feel the guilt of your sin, and with that, you guys are able to conquer the world, conquer realms, be rich as possible, and I give an F, and I applaud y'all for that. And some of y'all are very disciplined and smart, you know? Some of y'all are very organized. Not saying Christians aren't all these things as well, or can be even greater or richer, but you guys are very, very able to do a lot. And I envy atheists. A lot of atheists say they envy us, but I envy atheists. I don't know, that might be a wrong thing to think as a Christian, but I think deep down a lot of Christians envy atheists. And I know how a lot of atheists say that they envy Christians, or they envy people that believe in God, or believe in a God. But I'm envious. I'm gonna be the first Christian to say it. I'm envious of atheists. Atheists are able to do whatever they want and not feel no guilt, not feel no nothing. And there's something beautiful about that. It's like they're living in like a heaven of some sort. And I kind of applaud them for that. You know, even though it is a false heaven, and even though it is a road that leads to damnation, sadly, but I kind of course, I'm always pray for them. I pray for everybody that's non-Christian. You know, non-Orthodox Christian, really, but non-Christian. So yeah, I apologize to all atheists, and I think a lot of Christians need to understand atheist points, but I also think a lot of atheists need to be honest with themselves as well. A lot of Christians need to be honest with themselves as well. You know, because at least the atheist knows he doesn't believe in God. But Christians, a lot of y'all act worse than atheists. A lot of y'all do. And I'm going to end the video at that, man. Next week, I don't know what we're talking about, but I'll figure it out. Peace.